Before I get too far into this little project of mine, I figured I probably ought to get some baseline numbers so I kind of know how much progress I'm making. Now I wanted to mention, the reasons I'm doing this obviously is just to improve my overall health, to be healthier for my family, my kids, feel better. But part of it's so I can continue to enjoy my hobbies. A few years ago, I injured my shoulder. Not 100% sure how. It was when we were moving. It hurt for quite a while. I finally went and saw a doctor. He gave me some shoulder exercises to do, and they definitely help when I'm doing them. And it's kind of hit or miss when I do those. So part of this is to motivate myself to continue with my exercises, to strengthen my shoulders, strengthen my back, so that I can continue to enjoy my hobbies and enjoy doing things with the kids in their sports and their activities. So let's get a few things started. Let's start with our weight. The dreaded scale. I'll kick my shoes off. My dirty yard shoes anyways. So I'm gonna wear the same shorts and I got a couple of these shirts. I'll always use these for weigh-ins. And 241. So in anticipation of getting ready to get this started, I've been stepping on the scale every morning just so I can kind of have an average, and that's 240, 241's right where I've been. Earlier this summer, I remember stepping on the scale 1 or 2 times, and I was actually closer to 245, even pushing 250. And that's really when it kind of set in. I'm like, man, this is the most I've ever weighed. I really need to do something. Now, that means I've got 40 pounds to lose over the next 12 months. That's 3-4 pounds a month. That's pretty healthy weight to lose to kind of do consistent. So we'll see how we do. We'll keep up on that. The other thing is, I figured to take some measurements because the biggest thing I want to get rid of is this. Honestly, I don't carry that much weight in my legs and my arms. I do a fair amount of walking. My legs are in decent shape. But I carry a lot of weight here in my tummy and then my neck and my face. Looking back at pictures from a few years ago, and I've definitely put on the big old chunks here. So I figured let's get some measurements, and that'll be a good reference to have too. I know measuring around your stomach, you can definitely cheat that number because just by changing how you're breathing or your posture, you can change that. But I want to have just like a nice relaxed measurement here, and that's going to put me right about 47, almost 48 inches around my midsection. Man, that's kind of sad. I'd like to fix that. And I know with some of the exercises we're going to do, hopefully that's going to improve my posture and improve the core strength, so I sit up and hold myself a little better too. But let's see what my waist is looking like. I'm normally wearing about a 38 pant. So measuring right here just above my top of my shorts, I'm measuring 42 around my waist. Wow. Okay. The other one's my neck, because I know when I go to work and I put on my uniform shirt, I believe those are 18.5 necks, and I don't buckle them or button the top because it's just so tight. So let's see what this actually is measuring around the neck. If I can get it there. Right there. That's measuring just under 18. So maybe we can see some improvements on those numbers. All right, I figured we could try a few exercises. Let's see how many push-ups I can do. Can't tell you last time I did a real push-up. Oh, here we go. 1. 5. This one was a struggle. 5. Oh, man. All right, the only thing I could find to put on my feet for sit-ups is this block of wood I've got, so we're gonna use that. We'll do a couple sit-ups here, see if this will hold me. I can't even get all the way up. This thing's in the way. Well, how about some jump rope? I can't tell you last time I did any jump roping. I had to go dig this out of a box somewhere. So let's just see how long I can go. Well, that's all a little bit humbling. I think most guys, especially guys about my age, we still like to think we're in our 20s. We can do whatever we used to do. Man, we can't. So I was going to go do a couple other things, and I don't even want to know. I'm just going to start exercising. So how do I accomplish my goal over the next 12 months? I've got 40 pounds to lose, and I definitely have some challenges. One of the big ones is my job. I'm a pilot for an international charter airline, and so I literally get paid to sit on my butt and stare out a window for really, really long periods of time. I'm in different places in the world, different cultures, different foods. Trying to maintain a specific diet plan or even exercise plan it's not possible. So I've got to find something that I can do. The basic idea is going to be eat less, move more. I can do those things on the road. The other thing some of my coworkers that have done that has been they've been really successful with is intermittent fasting. So I think I'm going to implement that and give it a good run. But the biggest thing is I just need to make better choices when I'm eating. I got to cut down on the sugars. I have a pretty bad Mountain Dew habit. It's another thing I need to kick. So reduce my sugars, reduce my calories, increase my work or my exercise, and do the best I can to work that into my work schedule. When I'm at home, I'm going to be able to be a little more consistent with it, but work is where it's going to be the challenge. I know a lot of guys aren't going to watch this series, and that's okay. It's more for me than anything. But for those that are watching, I appreciate it. And I guess we'll see in about a month with a little update, see if anything's changed.